Hi guys, I'm back. Today I'm going to read Genesis 19 to 27, Proverbs 6, and Psalm 17. Let's start. The two angels came to Sarah in the evening. The Lord was sitting at the gate, said, I'm not so he rose to meet the balance of the Philistines. The Lord, please turn aside 2 cents and spend the night, worship you. Then you may rise up early and go anyway. They said, no, we'll spend the night in the tent square. He pressed strong, so they turned aside to him and to his house. They made their feast and baked unleavened bread they ate. Before they lay down, the men seated, the minister, and big young and all the people to last night. So in their house, they called to the Lord, where the men came to you tonight. And bring them out to us, living in it. The Lord went out to the men, and the parents shut the door after them and said, I beg you, my brothers, do not exit wickedly. Behold, I have 2 daughters who have not known anger. Let me bring them out to you, and do to them as you please, and do nothing to these men. They have come under the shelter of my roof, and they said, stand back, and they said, this fellow came to C.Jun, and he has become the judge. And how we will do worse will do them with her. And they pressed hard against Manuel, and Jun needed to break the door down. And then the men reached out their hands and brought Lot into the house, and then shut the door. They struck with blindness the men who had the entrance of the house, both small and great. And so they walled themselves out, breaking for the door. And the man said to Lot, have you anyone else here, sons of the daughters? No, anyone you haven't seen, bring them out of this house. We are about to destroy this place because the outbreak of people has become great before the Lord. And the Lord sent us to destroy it. So the Lord said to his sons, go to my eyes, the Lord is God. Get out of this place. The Lord is about to destroy the city. He said to his sons in law to be just. It's the morning dawn, the angel of the Lord saying, take your wife and your 2 daughters who are here, lest you be struck in the fire of the sea. The 7 seasons struck his 2 daughters and out here. The Lord being left returned, and they brought them and set them outside the sea. And as they brought them out on the side, escape for your life. You look back and stop being in the escape to hell, they see we smoke away. And the Lord said to her, was my heart your servant, found favor in your sight. And you show me great kindness to save my life. And you cannot escape to hell, since disaster overtake me out of there. The sea is near enough to float to us, the Lord, and when we escape, there is not more. And after we said to him, behold, I grant you this favor. Spare not everything the city of which you spent. It's great. And very quick, if I can do nothing to you right there. Therefore, the name of the city was called Sodom, so the sun was on there, and the Lord came to Sodom. And the Lord brought the sun and the water, sulfur and fire, and then blew out heaven. And everything is seas and all the inhabitants of the cities, and what grew in the earth. And looked right behind him like great. She put him so Abraham went led to the morning to the place still before the Lord. And he looked down towards the more and toward the land for that. And he looked at the house, make a land out like circle fence. So is that when God should see the land, God remembered Abraham, and said, Lord, out of the midst of the earth, for over the season which the Lord. And the Lord went out of his and lived in his 2 daughters. But he was afraid to live inside. So he lived in his cave with 2 daughters, and the first of all, he said to young, our father, there's not a man on earth who come into us after the men of all the earth. And let's make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, and we will their offspring from our father. So their father drink wine that night, and the first one went and lay with her father. He don't know when she wake, when she rose. And the next day, first one said to him, no, I lay last night with my father, and let's make him drink wine tonight. So you go and lie with him, and you so is our offspring from our father. And they made it father drink wine that night. And the young girl rose and lay with him, and he did not know when she lay down, when she rose. As the both of the girls became pregnant by the father. And the first one brought a son called his name Moab. His father Moab to this day. The younger brought a son called his name Ben-Ami. His father Amalek to this day. And there Abraham journeyed toward the territory of Negeb and lived between Kedesh and Shur. And he said, Journey go. And Abraham said of Sarah's wife, she is my sister. Abimelech and Geralt was sent and took Sarah. If God came to Abimelech and Trebel and said to him, behold this man. And I don't men because the woman whom you have taken, she is a man's wife. And Abimelech and not a precious, so he said, oh, wickedness and people, do you not himself say to me, he's my sister, and he shows off that he is my God. In the interior of my heart, and since my hands I've done this. And God said to him in the dream, yes, I know that you've done this interior of your heart, because I kept you from sinning against you, therefore I do not let you touch her. Now then, return to his wife, he is a prophet. You will pray for you, and shall if you do not return her, pray that you should surely die, and you know who will be yours. So Abimelech rose out in the morning, called his sons, and told them the least. And the man were very much afraid. Abimelech called Abraham and said to him, what have you done to us? How has sinned against you? He will not shall make him do great sin. He did do great things that I will not do that. Abimelech said to Abraham, what do you see that you did this sin? And Abraham said, I did it because I thought there is no favor at all in this place. And if you went because of my wife, behold, she is indeed my sister. And the daughter of my father, though not the daughter of my mother. And she became my wife, and God caused me to wander from my father's house. And he said to her, this is the kindness you must do. And every place where you come and sit with me here in my blood. And he took sheep and oxen, male sons and female sons, and gave them to Abraham, and returned Sarah's wife to him. And Abimelech said, behold, I am nice before you draw away with you. And Sarah he said, behold, I will bring you but 1,000 pieces of silver, send your answers and eyes will be with you. And for everyone else, before everyone you have vindicated. And Abraham prayed to God, and God healed Abimelech, as he healed his wife and female sons, that they bore children. And the Lord closed all the wounds at the house of Abimelech, because Sarah, Abraham's wife. And the Lord visited Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did Sarah his promise. And Sarah conceived and bore Abraham a son in his old age at the time which God spake to him. And Abraham called him a son who was born to him, named Sarah bore him Isaac. And Abraham circumcised his son Isaac when he was 8 days old, as God commanded him. And Abraham Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born to him. It says that God made laughter for me, everyone has laughed at me. And she said, who would have said to Abraham that Sarah would nurse child? I have born my son in his old age. And the child grew and sweet. Abraham made a great feast on the day that Isaac was weaned. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar the Egyptian, who she had born to Abraham. And laughing, so she said to Aaron, cast out the slave woman with the son, for the son of the slave shall not be here with thy son Isaac. And the thing was very displeasing to Abraham and the counselor. And God said to Abraham, be not displeased because of the boy and because of his slave woman. And whenever Sarah says to you, you do as she tells you, for through Isaac shall offspring be near. Now make a nation of the son of the slave woman, because she is offering. And so Abraham rose early in the morning and took bread and skin of one and gave it to Hagar, putting it on his shoulders along with the child, and sent her away. And she departed from under the walls of Bishop, and the water of the skin was gone. And she put the child under one of the bushes. And she went and sat down opposite him a good way off, about the distance of a bow shot, for she said, let me not look on the death of the child. And as she sat opposite him, she lifted up her voice and wept. And God heard the voice of the boy. The angel of God called to Hagar from heaven and said to her, what shall we do, Hagar? Fear not, for God has heard the voice of the boy where he is. Up, lift up the boy, and hold him fast with your hand, for I'll make him into a great nation. And God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. And she went and filled the skin with water and gave the boy a drink. And God was with the boy, and he grew. He lived in the wilderness and became an expert with him. But he lived in the wilderness of Paran, and his mother took a wife for him from the land of Egypt. And the time had been like him, for he called the commandments on him and said to Abraham, God is with you in all that you do, and therefore swear to me here by God, and you will not deal falsely with me, nor with my descendants will practice them. Yet as I have dealt kindly with you, so will deal with me, and with the land where you sojourn. Abraham said, I'll swear. And Abraham reproved Abimelech about the well of water that Abimelech answered the seas. Abimelech said, I do not know who has done this, and will not tell me. I have not heard of it until today. So Abraham took sheep and oxen and gave them to Abimelech. And 2 men made covenant. Abraham set 7 new lambs of the flock apart. And Abimelech said to Abraham, what was the meaning of these 7 new lambs? He was set apart. He said, these 7 new lambs you will take from my hand, and this may be a witness for me that I do this well. Therefore that place was called Bishra, because they had both of them sworn oath. So they made a covenant of Bishra with Abimelech, and Phicol the commander of the army. The rest of them returned land thirsty. Abraham planted a tabernacle in Bishra and called the name of the Lord, the everlasting God. And Abraham sojourned many days there in the land of Philistines. After these things, God tested Abraham and said to Abraham, he said, here I am. He said, take your son and your son Isaac, whom you love, and go to the land of Moriah. And from there is a burnt offering on one of the mountains, of which I shall tell you. So Abraham rose early in the morning, and he sat on his donkey, and took 2 of his young men with him, and his son Isaac. He cut the wood for the burnt offering, and rose and went to the place of which God had told him. And the 3rd day Abraham lifted up his eyes and saw the place from afar. And Abraham said to his young men, stay here with the donkey, I and the boy will go over there and nourish you, and come again to you. And Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering and laid it on Isaac's son. And he took that from his hand the fire and the knife. And they went both of them together. Isaac said to the father Abraham, and father, he said, here I am, my son. He said, behold, the fire and the wood, where's the lamb for a burnt offering? Abraham said, go and provide for himself a lamb for a burnt offering, my son. So they went both of them together, and they came to the place of which God had told them. Abraham built an altar, then laid the wood and bound their son and laid him on the altar on top of the wood. Abraham reached out his hand and took the knife to slaughter his son. The angel of the Lord called out to him from heaven, saying, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, here I am. He said, do not lay your hand on the boy or do anything for them, for now I know that you favor. I see that you will not withhold your son. You are the son from me. And Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, behind him was a ram caught in the thick of his horns. So Abraham went and took the ram off as a burnt offering to his son. So Abraham called the name of the place, the Lord will provide. His said to the mount of the Lord shall be provided. And the angel of the Lord called to Abraham the 2nd time from heaven and said, well, myself I have sworn to declare the Lord, because you have done this, and not without your son, the son. Nor shall I bless you, nor shall I multiply between the stars of heaven and send those on the seashore. And also you shall possess the gate of his enemies. And you also shall all the nations the earth be blessed. As you every one of us. Abraham returned to his young men. They rose and went together to Bishra. And Abraham lived at Bishra. And all these things were said to Abraham. Nahor, Milcah is his born children, and 2 of brother Nahor. Moses was from Buzz's brother, King of the father Aram, Chesed, Hazel, Pildash, Jidlaph, and Bethel. These 8 Milcah bore to Nahor, Abraham's brother. Where his concubines' names were Reumah, bore Tebah, Gaham, Tahash, and Maacah. Sarah lived 127 years, the years of the life of Sarah. And Sarah died at Kirith Arba in the land, and Abraham went into the wheat for Sarah, and to wait for her. And Abraham rose him before his death and said to him, I am a sojourner and a foreigner among you. I give me a property among you for a burying place. I will bury my dead on your son. On my side, here answered Abraham, here is my Lord, you are a prince of God. Among us, bury your dead in the twist of our tombs. None of us will withhold you from his tomb. Withhold from you his tomb to hinder you from burying your dead. Abraham rose and bowed to him as the people of the land. He said, if you are willing that I should bury my dead on my side, he may entreat from me from the sons of hell, and then he may give me the key of Machpelah, which he hands at the end of the two for his full price, and then give it to me in your presence as property for a burying place. And therefore will sing among the Hittites, and therefore the Hittites give it. As I'm in here, the Hittites, I will one in the gate to. And then my Lord, him, I give you the field, and I give you the key that is in the side of the sons of Mahib, I give it to you, bury your dead. And Abraham bowed down before the people of the land. He said to Ephron and hearing of the people of the land, No, if you will, he may give the price to feel accepted from me. When I bury my dead there, if one answered Abraham, my Lord, listen to me, a piece of land worth 400 shekels of silver. What is that between you and me? Buried there. Abraham listened to Ephron. Abraham waited for Ephron the silver. And he had made, including them, he has 400 shekels of silver. And according to the White's current among the merchants, so the field of Ephron and Machpelah, which is to the east of now, a field with the cavers and all the trees on the field. And that whole area was made over to Abraham as a possession of his inheritance for all who entered the gate of the city. Of this Abraham buried Sarah's wife in the cave with the field of Machpelah east of Mount. And the land came the field and the cavers and the were made over to Abraham as property for a burying place back to death. Now Abraham was old with advanced days, and the Lord had blessed Abraham in all things. And Abraham said to Sarah, the oldest household, who charge of all they have, put your hand in my thigh. I may make you swear by the Lord, the God of heaven and God of the earth. You shall not take a wife. My son from the doors of the Canaanites, among whom I dwell. I will go to my country and to my kingdom, take away from my son Isaac. His servant said to him, perhaps the Lord may not be willing to follow me to this land. Must I then take a son back to the land from which I came? And Abraham said to C.Jun, you do not take my son back then. But the Lord, the God of heaven, took me from your father's house, from the land of my country. He spake to me and swore to me. May to also I'll give this. Your sins age before you, and shall take away from my son from there. If the woman is not willing to follow you, then you will be free from this oath. Only you must not take my son back there. And so the servant put his hand to the thigh of Abraham his master, and swore to him concerning his master. So the servant took 10 of his master's camels and departed, taking all sorts of choice gifts from his master. He arose and went to Mesopotamia to see him Nahor. And he made the camels kneel down outside the city to rob wood. And tell me, tell my Lord and go out to draw wood. He said, O Lord, God of my master Abraham, please grant me success today, and show steps to my master Abraham. And I am standing by the water, and the doors of the men of the city are coming out to draw wood. And the one to whom I shall say, please let down your jar that I may drink. And he shall say, drink, and all the warrior comes. Then it be the one whom we appointed for you, son Isaac. And I shall never be shown steps to my master. And before he finished speaking, behold, Rebekah was born to Bethel. The son of Milcah, the wife of Nahor, Abraham's brother, came out with a wood jar on her shoulder. The young woman was very attractive in appearance, and made him no one had no man anywhere. She went down the spring, and filled her jar and came up. The servant ran to me and said, please give me a little water to drink upon your jar. She said, drink, my lord. And she quickly let down her jar upon her hand and gave him a drink. When she finished giving them a drink, she said, I'll draw water for your camels, I said, until they finished drinking. So she quickly emptied the jar into the trough, and ran again to the well to draw water. And she drew for those camels. The man gazed 10 times, and then led the Lord prospered his journey along. And the camels had finished drinking, and the man took a gold ring, weighing half a shekel, and 2 bracelets for her arms, weighing 10 gold shekels. And then said, please tell me whose daughter you was. They were in your father's house for us to spend the night. She said, I am the daughter of Bethel, son of Milcah. She brought me home. She had plenty of bread, straw, and fall, and went to spend the night. And the man bowed his head, worshipped the Lord, and said, blessed be the Lord, the God of my master Abraham, has not forsaken his steadfast love and his faithfulness to my master. And so the Lord led me in the way to house of my master's kinsman. And the young woman ran and told her mother's house about these things. Rebekah had a brother, his name was Laban. Laban ran and told him to the spring. As soon as she saw the ring, he saw the ring, the bracelets on his sister's arms, and heard the words of Rebekah's sister. Thus the man spake to me. He went to me, and behold, he was standing by the camels of the spring. He said, come and I bless the Lord. Why do you stand beside me? And I prepared the house on the place of the camels. So the man kicked the house on the helm of the camels, and gave straw and food to the camels. There was water to wash his feet, and the feet of the men who were with him. And if it was set before him to eat, he said, I'll not eat until I have said what I have to say. So he said, speak on. So he said, I am Abraham, son of the Lord, greatly bless my master. He is from great, he is good in flocks and herds, silver and gold. He has sons of fields, sons, camels, and donkeys. And sang my master, my father's son, to my master, when she was old. And to him he was given all that he had. So my master loved me. So I say, you shall not take away from my son from the daughters of Canaanites, and whose name I do. You shall go to my father's house and do my clan, and take away from my son. I said to my master, your house will not follow me. He said to the Lord, prove how I will send his angel with you and pass you away. You shall take a wife from my son from my clan, from my father's house. You will be free from my earth when you come into my clan. And I will not go with you, then you will be free from I came to spring and said, I will go my master Abraham. For now you have prospered in the way that I go. My whole life today must fill the water. And the virgin who comes out to the water, to him I shall say, please come in the water for him down today. Was it being drunk? And I'll draw for the camels. I said, let it be the one who was appointed for my master's son. Before I finished speaking, Rebekah came with a water jar on her shoulder, and she went into spring and drew water. I said to her, please let me drink. And she quickly let that down and jar from the shore. I said, drink, and I'll give you camels drink. I said, and drank. And she gave the camels drink. I said, and I asked her, whose daughter are you? She said, the daughter of Bethel, and the son of her. And Milcah brought it, so he put the ring on her bed and the bracelets on her. And I bowed my head, worshipped the Lord, and blessed him. God, my master Abraham, let me by the right way. Take the road my master's coming for us. And if you're going to show Steph of love and faithfulness to my master, tell me, if not, tell me. And I turned to our hand to the left, and Laban and Bethel and said, and the things come from the Lord, we cannot speak to you about it. However, Rebekah is before you, take her and go, and let her be the wife who was the son, and the Lord spake. Abraham's servant had their weighty bound off together, and for the one, 7 brought jewelry, silver and gold, and gods gave them to Rebekah, gave them to her brother. They had another costly ornaments, and he and the men who were with him ate and drank and spent the night there. When they rose in the morning, he said, "Send me away to my master, who built that in the mount Selah. They will remove me with his will." And these 10 days after that she began. He said to do not delay me, since the Lord crossed the line. Send me away and go to my master. And he said, "Let's call the old woman." So call Rebekah and said to her, "We go this minute." She said over. She sent away Rebekah to the stone and Abraham said, and they blessed Rebekah and said to her, "And as this may become thousands and 10,000s, your offspring possessed the those ahead." Then Rebekah and the young woman rose and rode on the camels and followed. Thus the servant took Rebekah and went his way. Now Isaac returned from Beer, that high rock, and was dwelling in the vineyard. And Isaac went out to meditate in the field toward evening. He lifted up his eyes and saw, behold, there were camels coming. And Rebekah lifted up her eyes, and when she saw Isaac, she dismayed from the camels, said to the son, "Who is that man walking the field to meet us?" The servant said, "His man." So she took her veil, and covered herself. The son told Isaac all the things he had done. And Isaac brought her into tent, so took Rebekah, and she became his wife, and he loved her. Now Isaac was confident of his mother's death. Abraham took another wife, whose name was Keturah. She bore him Zimram, Jokshan, Midian, Ishmael, and Shua. Jokshan fathered Sheba and Dinah. The sons of Dinah, Asherim, Latush, and Leah. The sons of Midian were Ephah, Hanoch, Abida, and Eldah. All these were children of Keturah. Abraham gave all he had to Isaac, and to the sons of his concubines Abraham gave gifts. When they still living, he sent them away from his son Isaac eastward to the east country. Years of days after Abraham's life, 175 years. Abraham breathed his last and died in a good old age, and all men 4 years, and was gathered to his people. Isaac and Ishmael's sons buried him in the cave of Machpelah, and the field of Ephron and the sons of Zahar and Hannah. He used the men, the field that Abraham purchased from the Hittite. There Abraham said his wife. After the death of Abraham, God blessed Isaac's son. Isaac settled at Beer-lahai. These are the generations of Ishmael, Abraham's son. And Hagar the Egyptian, Sarah's son, brought to Abraham. These are the names of the sons of Ishmael, named in the order of birth. In Beerith, the firstborn Ishmael, and Kedar, Abil, Nibsan, Ishmael, Jima, Massa, Hadad, Tema, Jetor, Nephish, and Kedar. These are the sons of Ishmael, and these are their names, by the villages and their cameras. 12 princes according to choice. He sailed over Hell led to Shur, which is opposite the region in the direction of Syria. He sailed over against Saul's kingdom. These are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham fathered Isaac, and Isaac was 4 years old. Then he took Rebekah, the daughter of Bethel, the Aramean, and Padan, and the sister of Laban, and the Aramean, to be his wife. And Isaac prayed to the Lord for his wife because she was bad. And the Lord granted his prayer. And Rebekah's wife conceived. The children struggled together with her. She said, "If it is thus, why is this happening to me?" So she went to inquire the Lord. And the Lord said, "2 nations only, and 2 people swim within you shall be divided. One shall be stronger than the other. The Lord shall serve the younger." When days to give birth were complete, behold, there were twins in the way. And first came out Reuben, his body like a hairy cloak, so they called his name Esau. And after his brother came out with his hand holding Esau's heel. So his name was called Jacob. Jacob was 60 years old. Isaac was 60 years old when she bore him. And the boys grew up. Esau was a skillful hunter, and man of the field, while Jacob was a quiet man doing mercy. And Isaac loved Esau because he ate his game, but Rebekah loved Jacob. And once when Jacob was cooking stew, Esau came in from the fire, he was exhausted. And Esau said to Jacob, "Let me eat some of the rest, if I'm exhausted." And if Jacob said, "Sell me a birthright now," Esau said, "I was about to have what is the birthright to?" Jacob said, "Swear to me now." So he swore to him and sold his birthright to Jacob. And Jacob gave Esau bread and lentil stew. He ate and drank and gave him rest and went his way. So Esau despised his birthright, and I was found in the land. Besides, the fallen found 1,000 days of Abraham, and Isaac went to go to Abimelech, king of the Philistines. And the Lord appeared to him and said, "Don't go down to Egypt. Dwell in the land in which I shall tell you, sojourn there. And I'll be with you and will bless you, and for 2 and 2 offspring I will give all these lands. I'll establish the oath that I swore to Abraham my father. I'll multiply the offspring of God's hand, and will give to offspring all these lands. And your offspring all the nations of the earth shall be blessed. As Abraham obeyed my voice, kept my charge, my commandments, and such my laws. So Isaac settled in Gerar, and the men of the place asked him about his wife. And he said, "She is my sister." So he feared to say my wife, thinking lest the men of the place should kill me, because of Rebekah. And because she was attractive in appearance. When he had been there a long time, Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked out of the window and saw Isaac laughing with Rebekah's wife. So Abimelech called Isaac and said, "Behold, she is your wife. How then could you say she is my sister?" Isaac said to him, "As I thought, lest I die because of her." Abimelech said, "What's this you have done to us? One of the people might easily relate with your wife. You have brought guilt upon us." So Abimelech warned all the people, saying, "Whoever touches this man and his wife shall surely be put to death." And Isaac sowed in that land and reaped in the same year 100-fold. And the Lord blessed him, and the man became rich and gained more and more until he became very wealthy. He had possessions of flocks and herds and maids, so the Philistines envied him. And Abimelech said to Isaac, "Go away from us, you are much mightier than we." And so Isaac departed from there and came to the valley of Gerar and settled there. And Isaac dug in the wells of wood that had been dug in the days of Abraham's father, which the Philistines had stopped after the death of Abraham. And he gave them the names his father had given them. And Isaac's sons dug in the valley and found their wells from them. The herdsman of Gerar called with Isaac's herdsmen, saying, "The water is out." So he got hold of the name of the well, Isaac, because they contended with it. And they dug another well, and they called over that one Isaac. So he called his name Sidon. And he moved on from there and dug another well. And they did not quarrel, so he calls his name Rehoboth, saying, For now the Lord has made me for us. We shall be fruitful in the land. From there he went out to Bishop, and the Lord appeared to him the same night, said, I am the God of Abraham your father. Fear not, for I am with you, and will bless you, and multiply also for my son Abraham's sake. So he built an altar there, and called upon the name of the Lord, and pitched his tent there. Now Isaac's servants dug the well, and Abimelech went to him from Gerar to Isaac, asking if he called the commandment of his And Isaac said to him, Why have you come to me? Seeing that you hate me and sent me away from me. He said, We've seen plainly that the Lord has been with you. So he said, and that there be a sworn pact between you. So let's make a covenant with us. So you do us no harm, just we have not touched you and done to you nothing but goodness that you might in peace. And none of us knew was he sent that face, and Jack. In the morning there was an exchange of first, and Isaac said, Long way. Then depart from in peace. And the same day Isaac's sons came and told him about the well they dug and said to him, We found water. And he called his name Sheba, therefore named his Bishop to this day. When he was 40 years old, he took Judah, the daughter of Beeri the Hittite, to his wife. And he based the daughter of Elon with Hittite, and made life bitter for Isaac and Rebekah. Proverbs 7. My son, keep my words, share my commands, and keep my commands, and keep my teachings up your abandonment things, weapon on top of your heart. Say to his younger sister, call insight into me, for to good for forbidden, from the daughter with the spirit, for the one in my house, I looked up and realized. They seem and simple, I perceive among these, the only like a possible on the street, therefore, take a right to house and 12 every time that index. You know, the woman meets and just to put you away far. She says, That way, if you do not stay at home now, the street down the market, every corner she lies away. She sees him and kisses him with both face, she says, I offer sacrifice today, by whom I fast. Now I've come to me, you seek you earlier, find his family cash recovery, his covenants from Egyptian men, I pay for my birth and my allies and see. I must take a for love to morning, come less to thy self of love. My house is long, he is going to you, took a bag of money. And for me he'll come out. And if should speech you so with his main talk she compels him. Once he falls, as an off goes to his lord, stag is called faster and air pierces his liver. As a bear brushes into his knee, he doesn't know the custom of his life. He now says this to be a day, turns towards him. Then your heart turns to words, no straight to us, and maybe fiction like that, and I was lying on my account. That's the way shall go down to chambers of death. Psalm 17. Here just calls the Lord, turn to my cry. Give it to my prayer from most ready to see if he prays that my vindication come. Near I behold the way. You try to hide your visibility by night, you try desperately you find nothing. I purpose them in nothing, not chance because we're about to work to me. No works worthy, I say all the ways of life. I says, How fast do you have my fear most of then call upon you for and say, You got you to him out with the wonders, they show his steps love, save you those seek a face. The investor's right hand can use that we die. And I shall do place from the wicked in the violence. I don't let enemies surrounded, because hearts pain with the master speak arrogantly. They master and masters, they sell as the cost to go. Oh, I eager to death. He's a lion loving man, which rise not confident. So, man myself from the wicked by yourself, and man by him, and from men of the women's portions in this life. You fed that woman church, they said, children that lead their bones to the infants. I shall behold your face in righteousness, and righteousness, says her through likeness. That's the ocean that do was fair, his back has fallen up, how be it, we can call you done with this. He's in the day where forgives this, is real death, this is a non-detection, this is the evil one. He's going to pound the good for a while, see you tomorrow, bye.